Hello, and welcome back to Password. And guys, I got a full night's sleep. Ah, isn't that neat? Isn't that exciting? I'm not sleep deprived. I have an apple, waking up the body with some like natural sugars. You know how it is. Anyway, Roswell and I had some coffee and sat in the dining room. He seemed to drink his down as if there was nothing wrong on the horizon, while I sipped on mine and finished it off once it had gone cold. Yeah. Slowly the others started to file in, quietly sitting down at the table, but it was clear we were all troubled, likely about the same thing. It was clear when Roswell got up from the table and left, off to mentally prepare or whatever, and we all looked at one another. Once he was gone. Okay, that's the word I was missing.
So, how's today? Today's the day.
Yeah, sort of, I guess.
And we get to go home? Assuming everything goes well, with the deal, right? It seemed like Roswell was feeling better too.
That's what he said before everything else everyone else got up. That he was feeling better anyway.
Oh, right. How are you feeling, by the way, Dave? You gave us a bit of a scare when you didn't come back yesterday.
Same as the rest of you, I guess. Though, can someone fill in the blanks? What happened after I blacked out?
Well, when you didn't come back, we all went up to the rec room to see what happened, found you and Roswell passed out, and that's about it, really.
We all went? Well, who discovered the bodies? Was it Dean alone? Was it everyone? Did you go to the rec room first? Was it Dean's suggestions? These are questions I want to know.
Not entirely true. He's forgetting the part where Roswell had a medallion with him. Virgo, I think.
Not Thanatos?
Wasn't there as far as I remember. Well, there was someone else.
Who?
Oswin. Right. He showed up shortly after we did the check. After we did and checked you both over. Then, when he was convinced you were both fine, took Roswell away and put him in bed. Left putting you in bed to me.
Oh, well, thanks for putting me somewhere comfortable at least.
It was strange. It was as if he knew that the two of you were unconscious. It's a shame. We only heard about this after you got back downstairs. Something about him isn't adding up.
Don't worry. I have, questions that Benson's willing to answer later. About that.
It's a shame you, missed waffles and chicken, too.
Waffles and chicken? I've never seen it in that order. I've always seen it as chicken and waffles. Is it different? In, like, other parts of the world? Does it matter? I think it does. Don't you want to order things alphabetically? Chicken has a C in the name. Waffles has a W. It should be chicken and waffles, anyway. It's fine. Maybe I can have chicken and waffles. There we go! See, he do it right. He do the good thing. Tomorrow night. When we're home. Or, yeah. Whenever that happens.
So we're just left to wait? Sounds like it, yeah.
I thought back to what Roswell said, the favor he asked. Hey, Orlando, how are you holding up given what's about to happen?
What, me? As good as I can be. Which admittedly isn't all that good.
Alright, well, let's go play some games or something. Try and keep our minds off things until it's time.
Whenever that might be. In that case, guess I better keep an eye out for Dom. Then, unless we want him potentially bursting down the door.
I look over at the other two, and knowing that Roswell was going to talk to them later, they seem to follow suit in answering the questions, all the same though.
I might go work out then. I might go work out then. Something something light just to keep my body going. Doing something. Not a bad idea. I was considering the pool or perhaps staying indoors is the right call.
Nodding to myself, I figured this was for the best. If Roswell wanted to talk to them both, then them being in the same place was likely to make things easier. Haas decided to stick with Dean so he wasn't alone, and we all split off. With the exception of Roswell, we each had a buddy with us, so we weren't alone. But being alone was the least of our troubles, and I started to understand just how right Roswell was to ask the favor. Orlando, despite the controller in his hands and looking somewhat relaxed in the beanbag, was still trembling as he slowly played. I wasn't sure what to say or do in a situation like this, because all there was to do was wait.
Dave?
Yeah?
Can you stop staring? It's kind of freaking me out.
Oh, sorry.
Is waiting for this whole thing to go down bothering you?
Yeah. I spoke with Roswell before everyone got up, and it's just so surreal that we're at this point.
I'm surprised that he's still able to smile being put in danger like that.
He's doing it for us, though.
And maybe dying is helping him be brave or reckless.
How are you, though?
Worried. Worried about so much.
Oh fuck, I hate that I didn't even realize that I'm wearing a similar shirt to Orlando. Except the blue space is white. So it's like a white shirt with those waves on it. Fuck, that sucks. Why did I do that? I knew I was gonna be recording faster today. Oh well.
My friends, you especially. I fear that I'm just not going to be able to do anything to help if anything happens with my dad.
He reaches over and squeezes my hands lightly. Yeah, lightly, sighing.
Dominic can't get here soon enough. I just want this over with.
Even knowing that Roswell's going to be at risk?
It can't be helped. No amount of talking to him would change his mind either. I just hope that he'll be back sooner rather than later.
You and me both. Minutes started to tick by, soon turning into hours, the two of us just pushing down the fact that we were waiting for so long with nothing happening. No word from the others either. Eventually, the waiting became too much, and we wandered downstairs, in need of refreshments. Oh fuck. I left my stove on. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm not gonna edit this out. This is funnier this way. I'll be back in a minute. I mean, I did leave it on. Shit, though. I mean, at least, the carrots that were still in the pan are fine. It's fine. They're now just a nice golden color, They haven't started the burns, but, it's whatever. Eventually, the waiting became too much, and we wandered downstairs in need of refreshment. Anything?
Not yet. Been watching, but yeah, nothing. Nothing from the front either. Do you think maybe he changed his mind? That the deal is off? If that's the case, then we wouldn't have seen someone. We would have seen someone by now, right?
I guess you're right. See any of the others?
Roswell was wandering around before looking for Sal, but that was hours ago.
And he never showed up again?
Well, I've been outside, so if he returned from the basement, I didn't see him. How about you, Haas? Same. I've been out the front, so similar situation. Should we go looking for any of them?
I doubt anything would have happened to them.
Which almost certainly means something has, knowing our luck. Hey now, don't go saying things like that. Tea? Anyone want some tea to take the edge off?
No, tea sucks. I'll have some coffee. That also sucks. No, why is everyone in this game obsessed with the two beverages I don't like? Go get a soda. Go get some juice.
Same. If you're putting a pot on. Tea for me, please. Alright, I'll be back.
He wandered off, leaving the rest of us to linger in the foyer.
So?
So?
Guess it's back to waiting, right? What time is it anyway?
Good question. Dean?
About 5. Sun's already starting to set, so it'll be around then anyway. He isn't coming, is he? Unless he wants to lead us through the dark forest. You don't think that's the point, do you? To make it difficult to return?
A frustrated yell echoed from above us down to the foyer, quickly followed by a hurried stomping of someone coming downstairs.
Where is he?
Oswin had stopped about halfway down the stairs towards us, breathing heavy and bracing himself on the railing. Who?
Thanatos. What'd he do? Did something happen?
He was gone again before answering Dean's question, though one look between us told us that we were all intending on following. Orlando detoured to go tell Haas and what happened, whereas Dean and I were followed as close behind Oswin as we could, only just catching him heading into Roswell's bedroom. As expected, Roswell was there, but how he looked was worrying.
He's unconscious. Someone sedated him. He's out cold. But who? My assumption would be either Thanatos is behind this or knows for certain just what happened in this room.
Wait, you didn't sedate him?
I can understand how you would come to that conclusion, but no. Given I spent a good deal of efforts keeping him, getting him to the point where he's be able to leave with me. Putting him back under right before Dominic shows up doesn't make much sense now, does it?
Okay.
How do you know Dom is about to show up? I don't. The timing is suspicious as it is, and I've assumed that if he had shown up, you would have let someone know, or someone would have anyway. In light of such news, I can only assume he hasn't yet arrived.
I approached carefully, looking at Roswell. He just seemed to be sleeping, as if nothing was wrong. My eyes trailed over to the medal sitting at the bedside table. It was there. It was here, like he said, and I wandered over and picked it up.
Ah, yes, the Ares medal.
Not Virgo?
No. Who told you that?
Orlando did, earlier today.
Oh, I can understand the confusion, but I assure you that this one is Ares. No idea where you'd pick it up from, truth be told, but if it's found, then that's all only a good thing.
But the symbol is a V, isn't it?
Dave, this is hardly the time. Can't you see the problem we have in front of us? I don't know what you expect of either of us, Oswin. We know as much as you do, and between the three of us, you're the only one qualified to do anything about it.
Oswin grumbled, shaking his head.
There's nothing I can do. If anything, we're now faced with a very real problem, should Dominic arrive. Well, that's all there is to it, right? You'll just have to pick someone else to go with you.
Oswin's attention was locked on Roswell the moment Dean stopped talking, and he slowly nodded.
Yes, I suppose I will.
Dean looked briefly at me before he went back to Oswin, scratching his neck.
I volunteer. Noted. Good, I'll get ready then. I never said yes. But who else will be willing to go? You'd be able to, that'd be able to go.
We need to find Thanatos. If he's behind this, then that's probably a reason. The reason was that he didn't want Roswell going, if any. If it didn't feel like he was forcing someone else specific to go instead, just that it wasn't him.
Agreed. I'll tuck Roswell into bed before I go searching. I'll head back downstairs to let the others know what happened.
Dean was barely out of the room before I could hear him run into Haas and Orlando just outside the room. A hurried explanation later, and they wandered off quickly in search of relaying the news to Tyson and Sal, along with finding the rat.
Dave.
I look over at Oswin, I looked over as Oswin was carefully picking Roswell up, shifting him in his arms before sliding him carefully into bed once the covers were pulled back.
We should have a talk.
I don't like the sound of that.
It's nothing serious, just overdue.
What is it about?
Benson told me that you were going to ask whether or not Roswell and I were related again.
Oh, right. Did he also tell you that he was willing to answer whatever questions I had about you two, after you two left?
He did.
And?
And I have a trade I'd like to offer to you.
You're going to ask me to go with you into the woods.
Too obvious.
It's a terrible idea, is what it is. Dean's better suited to it. He's at least good at outdoor stuff.
True. He'd make the better choice normally, but there's something that needs to be said beyond the range at which a certain rat can listen in. Things about your father, things about Roswell and myself, things just better coming from my mouth.
As opposed to Benson's.
Your choices are between me personally lying to you on the way to being held as collateral to get you all home safely, or half-truths from Benson. Pick your poison.
So you'll tell me once we're on the way.
I'll need some time to grab a few things beforehand, but yes, I don't imagine Dominic is going to mind too much as soon as we're quiet and subtle?
Okay.
About the finer points.
And there's no other option. You can't tell me now, and instead take anyone else?
This is the offer I give you. Either I tell you, and only you, or I take someone else there, and we make the exchange as originally planned.
This isn't fair.
Life isn't fair.
And the others? They're just going to let you get away with this?
If you volunteer, I imagine the others will fight against the suggestion, but I do believe I made it clear that the decision at the end of the day remains with you.
Something in me broke a little. I can't have just said that. I didn't want to know what I didn't need to know. But he'd hit me where it hurt most, bringing up my dad after knowing that the two of them had talked. Okay, I hate this, but okay.
Trust me. Oh, I feel that once I've parted the knowledge to you, you know how to put its use better. Its best use. Beyond just walking down the driveway now, and risking missing Dominic. Heading into the woods together is the only option.
We headed downstairs together, but I was dazed, looking somewhere far off without acknowledging those around me. Okay, I think this is a decent place to end the part, so I'll see you around, everyone.